What's happening, everybody? Jay Shockblast here, and look at that. Got Doctor Strange standing on top of the Sanctum Sanctorum, about to have a little bit of fun, talk about the new Doctor Strange movie. What else we got going on? Oh no, what's that?
Is Dormammu being controlled by your favorite guest host, Sasquatch?
Oh yeah, he's back. Maybe not for the best of reasons, but, you know, Eric is up and visiting again, and look at that. Whenever he comes around, it seems like big things happen. And the news today is on this this guy right here you see on the left, flexing his stuff, about to get a bow flex going, or I don't know, what is he doing? Now he's just kind of grimacing, menacing. Anyway, yeah, Doctor Strange.
Looking kind of flamboyant with that Fu Manchu mustache.
And the stars. Don't. You did it again. You did it again. How many times do we have to tell you not to go into open doors?
I wanted to see Deadpool.
But this is the second time we've done this.
Yeah, but Deadpool has to make it a cameo in our videos.
Okay, but, you know, we thought you learned when you went into the lizard room. I mean,
I never learned.
You know, I get the concept.
Look, we want the pretty graphics on our video.
I get it. I get it. But, you know, at the same time, why can't I press start yet? At the same time, now we have to leave and return to New York City. And I don't think we're going to be there anymore. Thanks. You know.
It happens.
Yeah. So anyway, now that we've been sidetracked, hey, for the future reference, open doors, don't go in them.
Okay.
Okay, we're good. So yeah, anyway, today, big news out of the Marvel world. It has been announced,
I don't know if it's really big news, but...
That's pretty big news, I think.
Yeah.
You know, two things. Number one, I have to pick Doctor Strange again. And, alright, so actually three things. D would be to the right. There you go. So, we're just going to kind of fly around now, I guess.
I can't fly.
Yeah, you can't fly. You can jump, though, and hopefully kill yourself. Anyway. Well, apparently you can't jump. Wow. And they're going to catch you. You have to jump from the launching pad. This is a disaster.
I clearly did not play this game.
Yeah, this is a disaster. So, go find a little blue jumping pad and jump off. So, anyway, Doctor Strange has been announced. The movie is a go. I know it's kind of been confirmed for a while now that there would be a Doctor Strange movie at some point. But now, the day after we had rumors that Marvel was courting Johnny Depp to play the role of the Doctor Strange himself. What do they call him? The Supreme Sorcerer?
The Supreme Sorcerer.
Or Sorcerer Supreme? One of the two?
Sorcerer Supreme, actually.
Yeah, there we go. The Sorcerer Supreme himself, it has been confirmed it will not be... There you go. It will not be Johnny Depp. It will, in fact, be of Mad Men fame, John Hamm. And I think a lot of internet message boards just went crazy because I know I've definitely seen John Hamm as one of the people that a lot of people have picked to depict Mr. Doctor Strange.
I
don't know how that works.
I want to know where he got his doctorate from. I mean, really, was he a doctor of? I know he was really he was actually a surgeon before he got all the mystic. So
I think he was a doctor of people.
Yeah, but do you really get to call yourself doctor after, you know, you got all these astral stuff going on?
Well, I mean, if you still have your PhD, then yeah, I guess you do.
Yeah, but don't you have to, like, renew it after so many years?
I mean, I think once you can, like, tell the you know, New York Medical Board subliminally renew my license, that you can keep being a doctor.
He wouldn't do that. He's a good guy.
You'd think, but he was part of the Illuminati.
Yeah, they fucked everything up.
Yep, they do. So anyway, Doctor Strange is going to be part of the third wave of Marvel movies, and the talk is that John Hamm as Doctor Strange is going to replace Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, as kind of the linchpin catalyst of the Avengers, which I don't really know how I feel about that. Robert Downey Jr. only is confirmed for Avengers 2 and Avengers 3. By the time Avengers 3 is out, obviously Robert Downey Jr. is going to be a little bit older. And I really don't know how I feel about them recasting Iron Man. I don't think you can really have anybody else be Iron Man at this point.
You can never say never, because I mean, a lot of iconic actors have played so many heroes, and you sit there and you say, I don't think anybody else could play him, and then somebody else comes in and actually blows him away. Granted, Robert Downey Jr. did put an iconic role as Tony Stark and Iron Man, but I honestly believe if you pick the right person, you could find somebody to do a decent job.
So let's talk a little Doctor Strange. I mean, Doctor Strange, I'm a little surprised. I mean, he's a cool character and everything, but I don't really picture him as being the guy to lead Marvel into a new generation of movies,
Well, you got to think about it this way. What's one of the biggest sellers in the movie industry with teenagers and young adults? That's the horror genre. And you got movies like The Conjuring and Insidious.
The what?
The Conjuring.
The Conjuring? The Conjuring.
Whatever. The Conjuring. And then you got Paranormal Activity, Insidious, and so forth. They're really popular movies. So this would be Marvel's version of those said movies.
So obviously we have Dormammu as, the main Doctor Strange villain in this game. And I guess a lot can be said for that. I mean, he is pretty much a main Doctor Strange villain. So I would say he would probably be the odds-on favorite to be the bad guy of a Doctor Strange movie, wouldn't you?
Yes and no. I mean, like I said, they probably might introduce the whole devil aspect, with Mephisto, because he's pretty much the devil version of the Marvel Universe.
Haven't they done Mephisto, though, with, what was that, Ghost Rider?
Yeah, they did Mephisto and Blackheart, who are both Doctor Strange villains in the first Ghost Rider movie. But then you also have, and then you technically have Azazel, who is actually a mutant in the X-Men or First Class movie. But like I said, you never know. But Dormammu would be the likely choice because he hasn't been done yet. But with Marvel, you never know. They might want to redo certain characters
or make. I don't think that they would create a new character, but some other big Doctor Strange villains have been like Shuma Gorath and Nightmare. And Nightmare's in this game, but they have him kind of going up against who they have him going up against Ghost Rider in this one. So I mean, those would definitely be.
Or who knows? They might actually have Ghost Rider in the movie.
I suppose. Hopefully, no Nicolas Cage. Other than that, I mean, we've also seen. There's been some other characters.
You got the Mandarin.
The Mandarin and Baron Mordo. Those are definitely characters.
Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom and Loki, of course.
Pretty much anybody that has anything to do with supernatural and occult and magic and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of the characters that Doctor Strange has gone up against over the years have been, kind of background characters that are just for his books. A lot of just the demonic and monstrous characters. So that's the part that, I look at Doctor Strange as C-list, not even a B-list Avenger. I mean, it really does surprise me that he's kind of the guy, Like, I don't really, I know in the, movie, the video I made about, 10 characters from, or the video I made about 10 characters from Lego Marvel superheroes that needed their own movie, I said that Doctor Strange would be interesting, because of the whole mystical arts and everything, but at the same time, I think a lot of people want characters they know. And I don't really feel like Doctor Strange is really one of those characters. Unless you play, like, Marvel vs. Capcom or, you really happen to know a lot about, comic books. I don't even think he's, like, if this was, like, Family Feud, I don't think he would be on, like, a top 20 list of, name an Avenger,
Well, I mean, he was always a reserve Avenger. He was actually more popular as a defender.
Right.
Which is all ex-Avengers, pretty much. Or guys who didn't want to be the Avengers. Like Silver Surfer. He was a defender. He was actually never an Avenger. Which is odd.
Yeah.
But, like I said, there's so much stuff out there that they could pretty much do with this movie. Like, there's a TV show out there that's pretty much what Doctor Strange is all about. And it's that show Supernatural.
Yeah.
Like, it's legit everything that Doctor Strange is all about. And, all the guys aren't wearing is a stupid, handlebar mustache and a cloak.
So what do you think of John Hamm being Doctor Strange?
Well, John Hamm is a really good actor. He's, obviously great when dramatic roles with Mad Men and in the movie The Town. But I just, for some reason, I don't picture John Hamm as Doctor Strange. Now, Johnny Depp, however, I did. Granted, it was very unlikely that he would actually get the role, but he does kind of make Doctor Strange for me. And he already did a movie called The Ninth Gate, which is kind of like what Doctor Strange is all about. But personally, and I know I've got a couple of my friends that will agree with me, Liam Neeson would have been a great role for...
I still think he's too old.
Doctor Strange is old.
Yeah.
He's got to be around the block. Pretty much look at Liam Neeson when he was in Batman Begins. That right there alone, he kind of looked like Doctor Strange a little.
Yeah.
I think like I said, it's always, it depends on how they look, how it turns out, but, like I said, that's who I like to see.
Okay. Well, a long way to go before the movie comes out. I think John Hamm's a really great actor. I think he'll do a good job. I don't know how I really felt about Johnny Depp. I like Johnny Depp, but he's just been... I don't know. There's something about Johnny Depp as Doctor Strange that doesn't sit right with me. We can always point back to Heath Ledger as the Joker and what everybody said about him when he was announced to be the Joker. Nobody really thought that he would be, a good Joker, and what did we know? So, a lot remains to be seen. But for now, John Hamm, it seems like, will be Doctor Strange. What is going on with his head? Doesn't it look like there's, like, worms, like, crawling around in his head?
Demonic worms.
Yeah. I think he does, like, Tai Bo.
Billy Blanks?
Yeah, seriously. So, anyway, big news, I think this is definitely big news, worthy of everybody talking about. What do you guys think of John Hamm as Doctor Strange, and, Doctor Strange as the guy that's going to potentially lead the Avengers? We'll leave you with that, and, hey, we'll see what we can do next during this brief time that you're here.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys for watching, and Eric's only here for a couple days. We unfortunately have a funeral to go to, but
maybe Doctor Strange will show up.
Yeah, maybe he'll show up. I don't think he will. So, in any event, we will catch everybody later. See ya.
See ya.